Wheeler betting time once again here in Sporting Bet HQ. We're talking League One playoffs with Mark O'Hare. Exciting time of the year, Mark, isn't it?
Love it. Always the best time of the year, I think, for the Football League.
Yeah, I would concur with that. Anyway, League One, and we'll start in betting order. Top of the pile, team have been there or thereabouts for most of the season. 12-5 favourites with the Sporting Bet traders, and that's Preston North End. Who've got a terrible record in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I know you've got a great start to share with us, and Simon Grayson's done a good job there.
He has, a manager I appreciate and I like a lot, and I think you do too.
Yeah.
You mentioned that stat: 8 playoff campaigns, no promotions for Preston. Doesn't really spell anything good for Preston fans, but I like a team who like to avoid defeat. They've only lost 7 of their 46 games this season, one of which was the final game of the season against Crewe. They only lost twice in 23 home matches. They finished the game with 5 straight wins, scoring 18 goals at Deepdale. Very encouraging, but it's a little bit of a dip in away form, which is slightly concerning. Lost 2 of 19 away games before ending their season with a point from a possible 12. Grayson had successful playoff campaigns at Huddersfield and Blackpool, of course. I like the fact he's steering that ship. Their record against the top teams, though, is a concern. Only won 3 of 10 at home against the top 11. Only won 3 of 10 away as well. Also failed to net in 6 of their 10 games against other top 6 sides. Slightly concerning, but I think they'll handle the pressure better than their semi-final opponents, Rotherham. And therefore, I think they're a decent bet at 4-5 to qualify.
Yeah, they've got Rotherham in the semi-finals, and Rotherham, I mean, a remarkable season. Of course, they got promoted to League Two this year, and Steve Evans, he's a colourful character.
Sweaty character.
Sweaty, stinking the place out all season, but boy, he gets results, and for that, he should get respect. And Rotherham 5-2 to get promoted with the Sporting Bet boys. What's your thoughts?
Slightly short, to be honest. I thought when they're searching for back-to-back promotions, a couple of trends are in their favour. The last 3 League One playoff winners were 4th in the division, and 4 of the last 5 League One playoff winners played the away semi-final of their the away leg of their semi-final first. Since they lost on New Year's Day, of course, but since then they went on a stunning run of winning 14 games, drawing 6, and losing twice. Tailed off towards the end, 1-2, drew 2, lost 2 the last 6, but playoff place was already assured. Automatic promotion out of the picture, really. Only Man City, Liverpool and Wolves have scored more league goals than them this season, and they've only failed to, that's despite only failing to net in 9 of their 46 games. Away record of winning 14 of 23 as well, only the same as Leicester and Wolves, who of course hit 100 points in their leagues. They won 11 of the last 16 away, won 3 of 9 away against top 10 teams though, which to me spells a little bit of a flat track bullies attitude. They actually won points in 10 of their 46 games in the last 5 minutes as well. I think they relish being the underdogs. They've only won 5 of their home games against teams in 14th and above though. It doesn't really inspire me too much, and I think they're a little bit too short.
Okay, Rotherham no for Mark. What about Leighton Orient, the neutrals choice? I hope Leighton Orient get promoted to the second tier. They've been a breath of fresh air this year. 3-1 to come up with Sporting Bet, and Russell Slade seems such a lovely guy, a lovely man, the kind of guy you could, I don't know, you know, if you had kids, you'd say, look, Russell, I'm going to leave you in charge of my kids on Saturday night. I'm going out with my wife for a few drinks, but Russell, by all means, read him a nice bedtime story. Anyway, I'm deviating massively, excuse me.
He'd do a good job though.
I'm sure he would. Any chance for Leighton Orient? Neutrals like me?
I hope so, because we mentioned them at 33-1 back in August. They won 8 on a spin to start the season. They took 41 points from 17 as well at the start of the season. I feel so sorry for them, because if it wasn't for Wolves and Brentford being just far too good for that league, probably the best 2 teams that will be in that league for a long time, to have abnormally good seasons, they missed out. They won 25 of their 46 games. A goal difference of plus 38 as well, only bettered by Leicester and Wolves. Automatic promotion really was out of the window when they only managed 1 win in 8 in March. They have ended up with back-to-back wins. Of course, they got Dave Mooney and Lisby back to full fitness as well for the playoffs. Actually, Russell Slade's team rate very highly in the attack stats, and the 3rd best defence in the league as well, which might surprise a few people. They've only conceded 2 or more goals in 4 of their away games this season. That's despite both teams to score hitting in 17 of 23. They scored in all bar 1 away game, scored in 20 of 23 home games. But then they've only won 1 of their games against top 7 sides at home. Then only lost once on their 7 away games against the same opposition. So it depends how you want to look at it there. I think they'll be encouraged by the fact that away teams tend to prosper better in the first leg of semi-finals. I just think they could come unstuck in the semi-final.
I would tend to agree with that. Do you notice you didn't see your kids called Russell anymore? It's not a
It's not
name.
very
It's not
cool.
It's not.
Well, you got Wilcox managing in League One next season as well.
Yeah. Not a kid though, but yeah, I see your point. Peterborough, the 4th team in the League One promotion race. I would say to you, Mark, it's been a disappointing season. All right, won the JPT, but I think most people, after the narrow relegation the season before, were expecting to bounce back up. On the bridle, and that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, I mean, a very, very interesting season for Peterborough. Start of the season with 10 wins from their first 12, but woefully inconsistent. At one stage, they won 2 of 13. Suffered from a lot of fan revolts and chairman sort of abuse over Twitter as well, which was quite entertaining to watch. But they ended up finishing 8 points clear of 7th, which again isn't so bad. Although they were 10 points off 5th place, which tends to show you how the top 6 ended in League One. The last 15 epitomise their inconsistency. 1-7, lost 7, drew 1. But it all becomes a difference between their home and away records, because they won 14 of the 23 at home, won 9 of the last 14 at home as well. Away they lost 12 of 23, which is the same as Shrewsbury, who were relegated. They lost 12 of those games in the last 17 as well, picking up just 13 points. Britta Sombolonga, of course, second top goal scorer in the league, is at their disposal. They've won 2, lost 3 at home, and the same record away to the top 6 sides, which is quite encouraging for them too. They have got playoff winning experience from the last time they were in this league with Darren Ferguson. Wembley success as well at the JPT this season. I just think they're a little bit of a big price here, and I think if they do click into action, they are the only team in this league who could beat one of the other playoff teams by 2, 3, 4 goals.
Oh, interesting. So it's Peterborough a bet for League One, is it?
It is. I think a 3-1 promotion as the outsiders. I think you've got to go for a team who have the potential to blow the other teams away.
It's Peterborough for Posh Mark.